science can't just be common sense. I really don't care. First things first, before we start, let's go around the table and read our characters' names. Sam, what is your character's name?
Hi, returning from the first episode, I'm Havoc, the Hobgoblin.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Just I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
It was perfect. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
We'll cut that out.
And
yeah, and Mark. Okay. Havoc Hobgoblin.
so sorry.
Alright, and also returning from the first session, Morgrim, that's the bird person shaman.
Mofo show.
You love him.
Yeah.
You love him, and you can't not love him. It's Atlas Blue. He's here too.
Watch and learn.
Watch him learn.
And I'm Silver, the kobold, and I have yet to be hit.
100% right.
I'm Griff, the Lorsk, and Oracle.
And finally, Volley, the Magi who gets stabbed with a trumpet.
How do you spell volley?
V-A-L-I.
So, previously on the Odyssey Campaign, the intrepid adventurers of Mofo, Atlas, Silver, Flavian, Steno, and Oracle. Griff. Wait, what the fuck is your name? Shit.
And that one Oracle.
I don't know what Oracle is your name. Griff. That's great. I didn't even have it written down. Everyone else is like it. Okay.
Oracle. I often go by my class name.
Please
call me
my father. Alright, so previously on the Odyssey.
How many times are we going to start this?
The adventurers Mofo, Atlas, Silver, Flavian, Steno, and Griff were tasked with taking back the town of Halfton, which had recently undergone a magical explosion of arcane magics, which had corrupted the town, and they were attempting to get to the distillery, in which there were magic vials of anti-magic, which they could toss into the crevasse of magic. The magic. the plume. Which they're going to toss into the exclusion zone. So there's nothing I can say. Which they're going to toss into the river to cause the magic to stop flowing out.
Flowing.
It's not even the... Right. On their way to the distillery, they came across a group of zombies who they fought, and skeletons who they fought, and engaged with much aplomb. However, once they got to the distillery itself and opened the doors, they were attacked by two cave fishers, which is we'll resume our game, sort of.
So we're still level 2, quote unquote?
Yes.
Right, so we just have to remember that lots of arms and...
So, what had just happened is that Joe had just gotten knocked down by one of the...
You got knocked down?
Instantly. Atlas!
I thought he got restrained.
I wasn't knocked down. I was restrained.
Oh, you were restrained. Okay. Yeah, and you weren't able to use any somatic...
Any somatic components, yeah.
Everybody gets one. And as important reminders, because you guys uncovered this information with checks, you found out that the cave fishers are creatures that come from caves and prey on creatures, and they shoot out webs out of their mouths at people to encase their prey. And you also found out that the webs are not water soluble, but they are alcohol soluble. Do with that what you will.
I mean, that doesn't help me.
No, it's sending you to a heavy drinker.
We had a...
I know who has alcohol on them.
You could be
Atlas-
drinking
I'm
rich.
in a bar.
Atlas. What? We're not in a bar.
The distillery.
The distillery's inside.
The distillery.
I can turn any of
Could
this
be.
into wine.
Might be the best bar.
It's too bad we're not here.
Per day.
So we're gonna resume
I will
from what
not.
just happened,
So what?
and it was K-Fisher 2 that had gotten Atlas with his group, and now it is Flavian's turn. Now it is not Flavian's turn.
He's not here.
He's not here. Okay, so now it's Griff's turn.
Yeah. All right. Very much. How do you explain the disappearance?
She just be like on autopilot. Like,
Okay, frightened by the
they lagged out.
They lost connection.
as Atlas is covered in this thick, goopy substance and starts kind of thrashing about, this brings back dark memories in Flavian's mind, and Flavian is stricken by fear.
Also Steno.
And Steno as well, but she was kind of passive in the first place. No, I'm kidding. She's also scared. And so now, it is... Yes, it is Griff's turn.
So earlier with my natural 20 architecture check,
Just thinking that.
like I must have really intuited that the designer of this building just loved big doors. Because these doors are 10 feet in either length.
Yeah, there's two 10-foot doors.
This is like the barn doors in front of the distillery. And so,
You mean like a
'cause
big
they-
So we're going into like the casket, like the keg room.
like
where they keep-
imagine a large warehouse, and there's just two large doors that go from roof to bottom, and they're about half the building is doors, and you open them up. It's just this big open room where you can put casks in. Like, and so within that, when they opened it up, they revealed the dark eyes of the cave fishers, and the cave fishers had emerged from the distillery and attacked. And the cave fishers are standing side by side with a bit of space in between them. So a couple people were able to approach.
Yeah, they're not here anymore. Right? Because Jeanette was going up.
I think Josh made it.
Yeah,
Sorry?
Josh is up here.
I think
Who's
Silver.
this, Jeanette and Josh?
I'm not the one.
There was two.
I
They're
don't,
not here.
I don't know her name.
They
don't
don't
have
have
fucking
fake names. Silver. So Silver had approached them, and Mofo had hidden behind the side so that he could flank them on the side.
Fist of Fury over there. Use his fist to grab the door. Huh?
So it's my turn?
Griff door's not even on its hinges anymore.
He's gonna do something. That's for sure. Griff is gonna think about it for a second.
And there goes your 6 seconds.
It's all over. Good thing I have complete control of time. Fuck it, I'm just gonna run it.
Master of time and space, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'll make an attack.
God bless that peasant.
Damn this bed.
Is that a charge?
That's an infinity.
What? You want 10 feet and you want to charge.
Does it provoke?
No. You cannot provoke an
Try
charge.
it out.
Bull rushes provoke.
You can provoke on a charge, but you don't provoke from the person that you're charging.
Oh, gotcha.
So how does it charge? You get plus 4?
You get a plus 2 to attack.
Okay. So 8 plus
And then
6.
next turn you take -2 yours.
Were we being buffed?
Yes, you are
We were-
being inspired. I'm going to leave that because that's for now.
14, right? Plus 2?
Yeah.
So 14.
I mean, they stop after 3 rounds, so
So yeah, you got 3 rounds before Frightened Bee over there gets.
you can bless again.
Actually, yeah,
I can be useful. Actually, I'm still blessing, so I guess when that's over, the bless will
Yes,
take
Silver, you can
The
bless
plus
again.
1.
It's me, Silver. My name.
Okay, so you swing your mace
Yes, I have 1 extra.
at the cave fisher, and the cave fisher catches the mace with his claw. Not literally catches it, like stops it with his claw, and knocks it aside. Unfortunately, your attack does not hit. And next, it is Mofo's turn.
Okay. Can't really get to the one that's closest to me.
Because the doors are swingy, you can actually push them aside as you move.
So I could move into this
Yes.
square?
Mm-hmm.
But wait, I have reach. I can just move here, right?
That's a good point.
Or do I even need to technically move? Can't I, like, center it around this?
You can't attack through a wall, so you have to walk into the doorway so you can actually make the direct line.
Okay. There we go. Then I'll, So can I shift and full attack action?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can shift part of full?
That's a step.
So then I will shift and flurry of blows this guy. And I will do D6, D3, D6.
Cool.
17 17 plus 2 plus 1, 20 and 11 for the D6s, and then another 20 for the D3.
A 20, a 23, and an 11. Okay, so the 20 and the 23 hit. Mm-hmm. So you're... Yeah. What are you hitting? Which ones hit?
So the D6, so 1D6 and 1D3.
Okay. So yeah, you hit it with the first strike,
Mm-hmm.
blade. You hit him with the second strike, and then the third strike goes wide.
Yeah. Okay. This is the D3. And it's a 2. Or no, 1, 2 is 1,
yeah.
2, 3, yeah, 1, 2 is 1. 1, and then, of course, 2 plus the 2 temporary damage we were getting buffed for.
The music damage.
Labium, yeah.
Yeah.
Musical damage. So, I only do 4 damage. And that's my action.
Alright. In response to those quick series of blows, the cave fisher rails back and goes, and makes direct eye contact with Mofo over Griff, who's standing between them. And now it is Atlas's turn.
How much movement can I move?
It has not actually constricted your feet, just your upper body.
Okay.
So you can make half movement because you normally move your arms to run, or you can sprint, or you can run at full speed, but you'll have to make a acrobatics check.
I'm gonna make a. Oh, that's us.
Okay.
Attempt to get out of the webs.
Okay.
Escape artist, or?
Can I use a reflex save?
Why? It's an escape artist check.
Okay.
To escape from these bonds. Or you can try to, flex your way out.
No.
Or if you have a blade on you can try to cut your way out.
Is 5 enough?
No.
Oh, someone help me! Alright, I'm gonna do something new now.
Right.
Something
That
requiring
you've never seen before.
something requiring even more dexterity.
Yep.
I slip off. So you can't see this on the camera, but are my arms like that style, or are they cocooned in?
Yeah, they're whatever position your arms were in when you initially got hit, that's what you were in.
Alright.
So I'm going to assume you had just cast a spell and you were standing there with your arms at your side.
In the T-pose. The spell that I cast uses was Thunderstomp, which is a stomp.
Okay,
So
now
now you
you
really use your arms.
Your arms are kind of down at your legs level.
Okay. I'm going to slip off my right shoe,
Okay.
and then on one foot, reach up with my leg towards my left arm. Am I able to make that maneuver?
You can reach your leg up. I'm going to have you do a acrobatics check to try to stay balanced while you stand on one leg, reaching up and really stretching.
All right, natural 20.
Yeah, you passed.
All right,
You did the trick where you looked at a single stable point, and so you didn't actually fall over.
So I'm going to reach for my hidden knife sheath and pull my hidden knife with my feet.
Hold on, let's back up a little bit. Are you grabbing it with your hand that's that's poking out?
No, I'm grabbing it with my foot.
It's on his wrist.
Yeah, so it's hidden here under wrist.
You're going to grab it with your toes?
Yeah, so
you're going to have to make a sleight of hand check.
Which way is the blade facing? Sleight of the feet.
Yeah, the blade points up.
Okay, good.
15 plus 1.
Are you gonna give it to him?
Okay. You have successfully removed it. Now you've got to make another sleight of hand check to hold on to it.
You have very long toes.
15 plus 1.
God damn it. Alright.
It's weighted wrong.
You successfully removed the blade with your feet and are holding on to it.
So now
That
with
is
my
your movement.
with my flawless balance, I'd like to cut with the knife.
Alright, so I'm going to enact
If
a
I can do
penalty
it,
on
then
your
Atlas can
damage.
do it.
I'm going to enact a penalty on your damage of...
There we go. We just gotta bend down a little.
Because you're in a weird position and you do not have the leverage for this, you're going to have a -2 to your damage.
Okay.
Roll for an attack to successfully hit.
A touch?
7. Can I touch myself with a 7?
I don't think so.
For you at home,
that
this
audio.
is, for you at home, this is
So
what he does in his
unfortunately,
free time.
you're successfully able to get the knife, but as you reach up with your foot to try to cut the webbing, you actually kind of like go in front of yourself instead of into the web.
Alright. Next time.
Next time. I'll get it. Now, it is Silver's turn. Hi-oh.
I see all that behind me.
Yeah, you've seen this.
You've seen it before at that minute.
You've seen this before.
He seems to be doing alright.
Atlas! Silver! Hi-ho!
Are you fine back there?
If you could give me a hand or a foot.
All right. I go over to him.
Uh-huh.
What would you need?
Take this knife. I hand him the knife.
Well, I mean, it's in your
We're
foot.
going to have to make a sleight of hand check on that. To make sure not to stab him with it.
1. Natural 1.
Alright, you insert the blade into his stomach.
Hang on.
Wait,
He's got
Oh, okay.
plate armor.
He's got shit.
Now you've got to roll to see if you hit him.
I miss.
No, that was
The
the
only
roll to see if you can hand it
this
to
will
him.
be a natural 20. No, also 1.
Does that mean you throw it? Because that's the
Take this, throw the knife, and it skitters down behind Silver. Like 20 feet. Not 20 feet, like 6 feet behind Silver.
Well, no, he's got a ghost that just grabs it and then hucks it another 10 feet.
Why didn't you even grab it?
Okay.
You like went to give it to me, but like swung it violently, and it just, like,
kind of
flew off.
flies off into the distance.
I'll get that later.
So you still need my help.
Yes.
All right.
More so now.
Where's the alcohol?
Sort of unaware. My character's still standing on one foot, and he's like pointing commands with his other foot.
With a 20, I'll accept that.
Yeah. The alcohol.
Yeah, I need it.
We're in a big room full of kegs,
We're
No,
outside.
we're outside of a room full of kegs.
but that's where there's a bunch of alcohol right inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but I know you have a flask.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No.
Don't do that to me. I say you take a swig out of
You
it.
can't get it. It's you don't have.
Come on, man.
This entire time, Atlas is gesticulating with his foot like an Italian man.
You come to meet them on the I don't have my alcohol. I can't move it this way.
He's trying really
I'm
hard.
gonna search Atlas with the alcohol.
Okay.
I get 18 plus whatever search is.
Perception?
Perception?
Perception is now
So you get 20 altogether.
Okay, so you're able to see it, but unfortunately it's hidden. Or kind of hidden. It's like the bottom of the
Obstructed.
bottle is below the wrappings, but the top is not. So you're going to have to pull it free if you can grab it.
Alright.
I don't have any sippy straws.
I pull it free.
Okay, make a strength check.
How fucking hard is it in there? This is just like...
It's held down by webbing.
I got 13.
Okay. So you pull hard on it, and you're able to get it free. But now you got to make a sleight of hand check not to let go. Because
You are like really heavy on the checks today, man.
Yeah, we're not competent enough to just.
no, so
I'm pulling it, right?
so there was a failure, which is less than 10. I'm just giving you the underline, and that was you didn't pull it free. There was a complete success, which was over 15. You had a half success, and that was the thing where you're pulling really hard on something with your like foot against it, and it suddenly jerks free. So now you got to make sure not to let go.
Sleight of
That
hand
makes more
costs
sense.
is not going to go well.
What about a reflex? I guess that's
20, natural 20.
Okay, cool. You successfully hold
Maybe
on.
there's something to this putting dice and salt thing.
Loading the dice. They're amazing!
I rolled 2 ones in a row.
Was yours one of the ones that went straight to the
I
bottom?
don't know what kind of action this entire thing was. I want to pour the alcohol on the weapon.
Yeah, you can do that.
It took the luck out of the dice.
Yeah,
that
but not all
float and put it into the dice that sunk.
Just
You can
like
pour it down
3/4
like
of
a
it.
line.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Okay.
Not all of it.
Alright, so this
I
will be
want
the
some
last action. This will be the last action you can do.
Right.
And that, so you pour the alcohol down like a single line of the wrapping. And you can see immediately once the alcohol touches it, it almost turns to like, not even like glue, it just becomes water almost. It just becomes a liquid. And so now there's just this hole that Joe can easily unwrap himself.
Who can easily unwrap
Strong
himself?
stuff, old man.
I hope they didn't use up too much of it.
Don't worry, I kept some. It's for me. My turn's over.
Alright, your turn is over. Next, it is Cave Fisher 1. So, the first Cave Fisher, who had initially wrapped Joe.
Who? Yeah. Who did he wrap?
He had initially wrapped Atlas. Cut out that part. And that part. Looks at you there, Silver, angrily having its prey just freed from its wetly
I'm
bonds.
gleefully looking at this fucking alcohol bottle like, wow, this is really fun.
And it runs towards you to attack.
It runs towards me.
Enacting an attack of opportunity from Caleb.
Yeah.
From Mofo. Let's see Alright,
Did
so,
yours go into the thing
so
as well?
Mofo takes a really like upper swing and just lets go of it, and now the blade has embedded itself in the door frame, which isn't too high above, but he's gonna have to jump to reach it.
my hands are weapons.
It's okay.
We're gonna throw all our
Thankfully, I
weapons away,
can't
and
drop
I'm not
those.
gonna come in.
All right, so now the
I have
Cave Fisher.
two weapons that are, one's attached and one is tied to me.
Now the Cave Fisher is next to Silver and decides to claw at you with its grisly claw.
Atlas, you're all safe now. Nothing that can hurt you. As you see this thing barreling towards you from behind.
It slams its claw into the ground in front of you and like kind of points at you with the other one going, next one's at you. Not literally saying that, because it just sort of goes, nah.
I like to imagine I'm still turned to Atlas.
You didn't notice.
That one is getting flat-footed, right? So he could entirely be flat-footed and ignore
Yeah, because I have a negative right now.
Yeah.
So
It was not a very good attack. The second Cave Fisher engages with Zack in the melee.
Who does it engage with?
It engages with Zack in the melee. It engages with Griff in the melee.
you know, we'd miss a few of these if we were here. But
And it
we're not here.
takes 2 swings at Griff. It takes 2 swings at Griff. I don't even know what that means. Okay. So the first swing swings wide of you. And the second swing comes really hard, and you just kind of duck underneath it. And it's such a hard swing that it ends up bringing its clampers down onto its own antenna. It's cutting it off. And it's now in a bit of pain, and it has dealt damage to itself.
I don't believe it.
So, having the Cave Fisher having just attacked itself, everybody make a perception check.
Us two?
Everyone?
Ooh.
We can get it too.
Alright, let's go down the line. What did you get?
I am sorry.
Mojo.
Have-
Mojo.
Let's see. I rolled a 4, and I still got a 0. Do I have still? No, I got 8.
Morgan, what did you get?
23.
Okay.
As a reminder, Havoc and Morgan are not.
He said everybody.
You said everybody.
I'm just reminding
Seven.
the
Yeah.
viewer.
7?
Mofo,
Viewer.
You were singular.
Mofo, what did you
Oh,
get?
that's a
on
minus
yours?
2. That's probably one of us.
16.
Mom.
Atlas, what did you get on yours?
8.
Silver?
6.
Griff?
14.
Volley?
18.
Okay. So, we'll suddenly cut to a different area entirely. In the midst of a battle
Oh my goodness.
between the militia and their compatriots in the large army of sludge monsters.
Gross.
Yeah, this is something that happens. Sludge monsters come out of swamps. There's a swamp nearby. So,
Do we need initiative, or is this going to be a cinematic?
this is cinematic.
Okay. Awesome.
How about it?
So, everybody else who had not initially been a part of the party, who have joined the militia, is now engaged in this battle. Fortunately, all of them have avoided damage.
That's not a lot of
Because sludge monsters are not very effective in combat, but they have killed a couple. Suddenly, and this happens for everyone, you hear a deep rumbling, but not from the earth itself, almost as if the air is rumbling and shaking. And you can see right around where Cave Fisher...
Gladys.
right where Cave Fisher 1 is, the one that had just attacked Silver, this sort of warping of the air. It's almost as if, like, there's a bubble in space.
Hot, stinky bubble.
A hot, stinky bubble. And you guys also notice this, but it's not around a certain area, it's around you.
Oh! Okay, that's cool.
And so, suddenly you hear this terrible screeching noise, as if, like you can hear the fabric of reality just tearing apart, and suddenly everything stops. And the world just disappears. All around you, you're standing on this platform of Earth, the same Earth you had been standing on before, along with 6 sludge monsters who you have been engaging with.
Can I roll to see if I understand what's happening? That's like a knowledge of planes.
I'd like
What
to
is it?
explain Ovum.
Right?
So
You
is the
explain
party that was engaged with the crab monsters also experiencing this?
No, it is only the people who are engaged with the militia, because they're caught within the bubble. The only thing that you guys can see is that the crab monster, the cave fisher, has suddenly disappeared.
Both of them?
This is
Just that
knowledge.
one. Just the one.
Is this a knowledge of planes?
Yes.
Okay, so I plus 5 to that, and I rolled a 19, so 24.
Okay, so you kind of know what this is. This appears to be almost like the spell of plane shift, but plane shift is kind of like poking a hole through reality into another plane. This is like somebody just grabbed it and tore it apart.
What do we see?
It's much more violent. It's vicious. It's not guided.
Do I know if this is a very bad sign?
Yes.
Okay.
And what you also see, and this is something you recognize, is that around you is this land of floating rocks and chains and electricity shooting between the rocks and chains. There's also large mountains in the distance in a single massive foot, what must be hundreds of thousands of miles away. You can't tell the distance, it's so far. And the foot just extends up into the clouds.
A lot of feet in this session. I don't feel comfortable about this.
I'm not the originator of the first foot. What you
My
also
foot's
see,
bigger, though.
what you also see is these large floating tentacle creatures with a single red eye in the center. And you know that they have a single red eye because one of them is staring directly at you.
Who's you?
Yeah, who's
Dolly.
Awesome.
Roll will save.
Yeah, no, I'm missing him.
Just roll.
Just roll.
Okay.
19.
Alright.
Rock and roll. Roll.
So whatever effects this would have had you realize it's not having anything. All you hear is whispering. And then suddenly, as quickly as you had entered it, you hear the screeching noise again, and you're suddenly standing inside of the town. Buildings are all around you. There appears
still around. Slug monsters still here?
the 6 sludge monsters are still there. As well,
Wait, are we there?
yes, all 3 of you are there.
Okay. Alright.
As well,
Did I understand the voice of the whispers or not?
no, you did not.
Oh! I would like to.
Roll initiative.
That will be one of the things you do.
Okay.
Can I sleep again?
Sure.
I thought this was all. I think this is all cinematic, so I don't think you have to worry.
Yeah, I mean, if it's cinematic, I would like to understand language.
I don't know if you heard.
You didn't actually.
It was only looking to me.
It was only
It was
looking at
all.
Alright. Because I have spells now.
So this was just happening for us three, or were they also having this issue?
All they saw is that
You saw the foot.
they saw warping around the cave fisher.
Is the cave fisher with us in the town?
There is a cave fisher in the town with you.
Oh.
And also all of your friends.
What about
And
Sludge
3 people who you don't know, as well as 4 sludge monsters.
So we brought some sludge monsters.
Yeah,
we
this
placed
was
one
fucking
here, and we should be like some.
What's been going on behind me? I don't really.
I've heard a lot of weird shit.
Well, I'm assuming we're all behind.
Imagine I'd be stuck in the thick of it.
I haven't even put my
I
mouth
like
on
to
this
be
shit.
next to Joe.
It's kind of
Pretty
got to be in
strong.
this area.
I'd like to be.
I've been around for a long
That's true.
time.
I guess we would all come in at the same
Well,
time.
our shit's
That's not
happening.
true because we weren't all standing next to each other at the town.
because it's a bubble. So I'm imagining that.
The bubble
We just gotta be- this is
next
super
to it.
bubble area.
So it's a mosh pit right now.
Yeah, kind of.
So one thing you guys notice when the bubble happened is also it appears that part of the door frame was caught within it and disappeared as well, and so the door falls down clacking into the dirt. It's almost as if that piece of the building was just gone. And you also notice that the area in which they were standing on changes from a cobblestone path to dirt. And okay, Fisher is gone, and now you guys, the people who had just joined.
Wait,
that
so
would
there's
be
a brown mark on the ground where they came out of the bubble?
not just that. It's you're standing on a cobblestone path, and the area where the bubble was is now just dirt. It's as if it was replaced.
Hearts and feet. That's the title of this episode.
No, it's true.
No, fuck your ass. Alright,
I don't really fucking care.
so now Volley, Morgrim, and Havoc roll your initiative.
Initiative sucks. Yeah, that.
8.
6.
6.
7.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Cool. Well, you're all at the end of the initiative.
Makes sense. I want it together.
And now, although you had just been torn through space and time, it appears that this has not disconcerted the sludge monsters at all, and they have joined the combat as well.
Get everybody in space.
Make sure it's all somewhat balanced. And now, it is Griff's turn.
Was this your doing?
If you're not paying attention, I'm gonna take a swing at this guy because I totally fucked him up last time.
What's the chance of
What is that in front of you?
the triangle? Is
Cave Fisher.
Cave Fisher.
Yeah.
Because he needed more squares.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
so
one
I'll
of my-
just take a big old.
He just doesn't give a shit.
I didn't know if it
Kills
was
a
a
foot, for God's sakes.
50 to hit the cave fisher? Okay, so your second swing is much more accurate, having seen this cave fisher fucking lop off its part of its body. It's not doing so hot. And so you bring your mace straight down on top of its head. Roll the damage.
1d8, and there you go. There we go. Alright, 7. Plus anything? No?
Your strength.
13's 1. Yep. So 8. 8.
8.
Okay.
Your left.
Good blow, mystery vagrant. I don't know that.
Another thing happens.
Of course it does.
You hear ripping and tearing behind you.
Ripping and a tearing.
And a ripping and a tearing. You all look to see the bubble feature appear around Flavian. Flavian and Steno suddenly disappear. And what appears in their place appears to be mud.
My God. By the way, I don't understand what he said. I'm like babbling in chimes and shit.
Even Bell.
I'd like to
It opens
understand.
another gong.
Then what you can do is you can see Atlas like putting together puzzle pieces from your language, like he's trying to figure out Celestial just from what you're doing right now.
I'm like, take this beast.
It's like a point in linguistics. I'm gonna level up and learn Celestial.
Alright, Mofo, it's your turn.
I can
Alright.
translate any language.
I'm gonna shift away from that sludge that I am flanking
Okay.
and still be flanking him.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna whop, whop, whop.
Didn't you throw your weapon last turn?
Oh,
Yeah.
just whop, whop.
You can't reach that.
I don't need to. I have hands.
You don't
I'm
have
a monk.
reach.
You don't
With
have
your
reach
fist.
with your hands,
Oh,
though.
then I don't shift.
You can still attack 3 times with your fist.
Yeah,
because
you can still punch him.
first hand, offhand, very
Cool.
close. 'Cause you
Hands
can,
are two-handed weapons.
hands are 2
It
hands.
makes sense. Look at that.
Until you get
Yeah, you're not just all about the rights.
Yeah.
You can get more. You can get
This is a Dark Soul where you just gotta two-handed.
grab 50%.
You grab your wrist. I'm stronger now.
Alright, so 3 fists. So 16 plus 2 plus 1, a 19, a 14, and a 7.
Okay.
Can I apply precision damage to my hand? I'm flanking.
You do get the flanking bonus.
Can you sneak attack with your hands, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and can I sneak attack an ooze, or whatever this thing is?
Did level 2 you go into
Rogue.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can sneak attack with anything.
Well, but the question is whether or not this thing can be denied its dex,
It
and
can.
whether it can be sneak attack.
It can.
Okay. Did I hit with 1?
Yes, you hit with 2 of them.
2. Okay.
But only the first one's the attacks.
So 3d6.
Roll your damage as you lay 2 fists into the weapon.
Sweet. 11, 13 plus 2 for the temp damage from Flavio. The musical damage. So 15 damage. Some furious fists.
Furious, indeed. Because as your first strike hits it, you're not even able to land your second strike. Because your fist just bursts through its chest, spreading sludge all over.
No.
All over.
Havoc.
Aha.
I don't even have a sheet to look off of when I remembered Havoc's name. Let that be
It's
on
iconic.
the record.
Spreading your sludge all over Havoc. Not your sludge, it's sludge.
It's
I apologize.
It's hardly better.
It's provocative.
Alright, now it is Morgan's turn. Wait. No, now it is.
I have. Thank you.
No, it's Alice's turn. You're at the end of the mission.
He had more than that. It's 8, 7, 6, not 6, 7,
They had like 11s and 15s.
Okay, but you just said more than first. That's why
I fucked up. It's Alice.
8. Your arms are free.
Are you still on one foot?
Your boots are stolen.
It will take you half a move in action to free yourself.
I free myself.
Cool. You have half a move in action left.
All right.
I'll hold on to this for you.
I'm gonna swipe my my flask back.
I don't let him. I hold on to it.
Stealing something is a combat
Is this
maneuver.
opposing?
Yeah, it's a combat maneuver.
All right, I'll do it.
You will most likely succeed.
Alright, roll your CMB, and you'll have to roll.
No, it's CMB.
it's just against you.
Silver, how tall are you?
3 feet.
How tall is...
Are you small?
Yeah.
Beat a 7.
Plus strength.
No. No, I got a 6.
Someone just
Give it back!
no. I want it.
You little fucker! I cast prestidigitation to clean myself off, and then I walk over to get, and then I walk over towards my dagger that's on the ground.
Okay.
Where are you walking to? Where is it? Over there somewhere.
That's my turn.
Alright, cool.
And I
Dude,
glare.
I watched this because I've never seen it before, and I'm just like,
Who's this?
Alright, now it's,
this is why everybody hates
now
kobolds.
it's Silver's turn.
I took down the whole thing.
What? Okay. Alright, so that'll be a move. Is it a, what
It's
is
a
it?
move action.
It's a move action to drink? Alright.
A potion.
Joe, how intense was his alcohol? What was it?
It was whiskey.
Whiskey?
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a constitution check.
Oh, hey, hang on. Who's Joe?
No, that was me literally asking.
12.
Oh, that is. Let me just take this.
12.
12?
Quite modest,
All
in my
right.
opinion.
It was whiskey that cost 10 times more than normal whiskey.
Oh.
Craft whiskey.
I did not have that detail. Craft whiskey's more intense.
He's trying to sabotage me.
You're
Everything
close.
I bought is 10 times more than what it's worth.
Why?
Because
Like, that makes sense.
Because I have rich parents and I was just wasting my money.
So,
I didn't spend my money optimizing my character. I just spent it spending on stupid things.
at least that's okay. Alright, so now you're buzzed. Not drunk, but buzzed. So that means you take a -1 on all reflex.
Alright, I dropped the flask.
Cool.
Alright.
It shatters.
Well,
It's made out of stainless steel silver.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
kind of plastic.
Yeah.
I assumed it was a glass.
This ain't
It
no
shatters.
bear.
No.
so I'm haunted. This hasn't come into play because I've never dropped anything. I've made sure everything's quite secure.
Yep.
Since this isn't mine, I drop it and it flies randomly 10 feet in any direction.
Cool.
So roll a d8.
Yep. I know what I need to do.
Oh, if it hits me.
You have 2 d8s. 1 for distance, 1 for direction. Okay, so who's right there?
Did it fly at me?
No, it flies right at Havoc. So having recently been splashed by sludge, Havoc gets pinged in the back of the head by a metal flask.
That says Atlas Blue on it.
Monogram.
Yeah, it's elegantly craved. It's elegantly engraved, and my name is on it.
Havoc, can you
Who drew that?
Yeah, can you do a quick perception check to see if you actually saw this happen?
15.
Okay, you saw it. You know what? You saw this flask fly towards the ground and just go and hit you right in the head. You take 1 non-lethal damage.
And what kind of action was all that?
That was a move.
Dropping is a free action.
Dropping is free.
So I have a standard action still?
Yeah, you still have. You can like hit something.
Yes, I'll just,
You can
I'll just
hit the
errantly
sludge monster.
swing my mace after I do that.
All right,
in
you're
my
swinging at the sludge
in my
monster.
buzz state.
All right, make an attack.
Do I still have music? The power of music? Does it linger
Oh,
upon?
he disappeared. He was gone.
He did disappear.
So there's no lingering.
There's no lingering music.
Oh man, it's too quiet. So I got 13.
Okay. After this display, you swing your mace at the sludge monster, and the sludge monster kind of like gives you a look and just ducks underneath the attack. It knows sense. All right, and now somewhere miles away, Kay Fisher is currently munching on a militia man. Alright, so this Kay Fisher takes a 5-foot step. That's a lot of feet.
Intelligence.
And it fires in kind of like a sweep of sprinkler goo onto Griff and Mofo. And so you both need to make reflex saves. However, it doesn't do so with much accuracy because it's trying to hit more.
I got a 25.
Okay.
And what about Griff?
Griff. Reflex.
Sure.
19
Plus. You passed. So it fires its goop at you, but both of you handily duck down underneath it, and it just splatters all over the door frame. Right. Yeah. Wet all over the door. Gross. Alright, and next it is...
Don't you hate it when you go to get tissue out in time?
Next it is the Sludge Monster's turn. Sludge Monster 2 takes a step forward, makes an attack against our friend.
My armor class is 19.
He's using his Havoc voice.
Yeah. It's slightly deeper than my regular voice.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Alright, so the Sludge Monster, holding this like little club of wood, swings wildly and ends up hitting the cave fissure right next to it.
Passion.
It doesn't seem to do much, but it does hit it. Cool. Now is the next cave fissure. No, the next Sludge Monster. He takes a step here and makes an attack towards Morgrim.
No! Wait, what number was that?
4. 5 energy.
Oh. I'm so
CDO.
What is your AC?
Alphabetical order.
non-existent. Hold on. 14.
Okay. It's
Stop it. Stop it.
the Sludge Monster swings with its little club and connects with your foot,
With my foot. I can live without it.
dealing 3 damage.
Okay.
Really fucking hits your foot. Now, Sludge Monster 5, having recently been swung at by you with silver, like,
Hit me, I won't feel it.
it takes an attack. Misses.
Would you like my dice?
Would you like us to
No,
put
it's
it back
fine.
in the water?
Float them in salt water. Point at me as much as you want.
No, it is Value's turn.
Oh, give them a volley.
Alright, well, since I am going to be flanking, I might as well attack this guy right here, whatever it is. Sludge monster. And I'm going to take out my,
Breathe. Okay.
I'm going to take out my scimitar, and I'm going to use...
at the same time.
I'm going to use Spell Strike, so I'm going to use... I'm going to use Ray of Frost and cast it through my scimitar.
Okay. Are you hitting it, swinging, or are you attacking? Alright, so this is just adding damage.
Well, what it does is I can cast through my weapon. So I don't have to go cast and then swing weapon. It actually channels through my...
Are you attacking it with your weapon?
Yes.
So then, on succeeding on a touch attack, you get the option of casting an additional effect or something like that?
So
No, it's just like one whole attack. I could cast and swing a weapon, so do 2 attacks, or I can do 1 and use Spell Strike, which is basically doing both, but in one turn.
So if you miss with your weapon,
I miss all together.
okay.
It just if I come in contact with it and hit it, it'll cast.
And you're just adding the damage. Alright, roll.
13 plus. I don't remember what I had in here anymore.
Strength, base attack bonus.
So 3 plus 2 is 5, so 18. But I'm gonna roll again just because I have advantage on it. Or is advantage in this?
No, you
game?
got plus
Flanking
2.
is just flanking's just a plus 2. It's 20.
Cool. You hit it. Roll your damage.
Oh, I think it's. So 4 plus that's just a 1 plus back 3, so 8.
8. Alright, so as you swing, you can see that the icy frost on the tip of your blade touches the creature with a single strike. Just a tip. It just touches it, and without even your blade making full contact against it, the creature flashes and explodes into it.
And all the poop sprays on me again.
Actually, no, it sprays on the other group monster.
Group on group actions.
Group on group back. Actually, no, that definitely says brand new. That is the correct direction.
It is the right direction.
Alright, Havoc is now sprayed from a second angle with more sludge. Cold.
I'm
cold
becoming
sludge.
one of them.
And now it is Morgrim's turn.
Don't I get to move myself?
Do you want to move?
I might just.
Wait.
I still get movement.
You get to
You get
attack.
5 big square.
You get to a move after an attack in Pathfinder.
Yeah, sorry.
You get to move after an attack.
You can't move part of your move and then attack the move.
Yeah,
You can't
So
move
I can
after
still
this.
move.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
That's what whirlwind attack is, right? That's move attack move.
Yeah, spring attack.
Spring attack.
Roll an attack is 3. One attack against everything.
Isn't that mobility?
No, that's attack of opportunity.
feats into roll attack.
So you go here, everybody's moving. He's already getting flanked by these two. Everybody's
You look cool. Get in on the flank.
I'm trying to think who's out there.
Morgan's about to go.
Yeah.
So I might as well take a 5.
Don't do it. Don't get in the
Don't get in the
spell.
Alright, so I'm going to take 5. No, I'm just going to go here to stand next to Atlas. Who I don't actually know. So yeah, I'm going to just destroy that monster, turn around, and just introduce myself to Atlas.
So Atlas is like whisking himself clean with prestidigitation while he's about to reach down and pick up his knife. And he doesn't.
Man
He's not paying
walks up
attention.
to you.
He's not paying attention to this.
You
time.
can, when you glance up, you can see the crotch of. Where are you? You're half off? Yeah, so that's
That's an average path.
you just kind of like. It's
We're
an
not rolling
average-
for penis.
This is like a normal thing that happens. He just happened to walk up, like with his arms on his waist, up to you. You look up and you're like, oh. No. It is Morgan's turn.
Alright, my question to you is, do you consider spells as squares, or can I do a rounded area? For example, do I have to do that, or can I get this guy in here by doing that?
What spell are you casting?
Depends on the
Sleep, 30 feet.
Sleep just affects.
Sleep is a circle in itself, so it's a radius spell.
Around a centered point or around her?
It's around
the
a
center
corner.
point that she picks.
Yes, the center point is going to be way over here so that I can get here.
So,
See how
So
we're
all
like
the
on the
creatures
edge?
and me.
Yes, I don't.
Mind you,
Yes.
you placed your person at the start of the
I know.
No, you don't.
There's
Okay.
quite a theme of my
So-
character being a beast.
so the way the calculation works is you don't pick a center of the square, you pick the corners between the squares.
Okay. So what is going to get
Just
So
say
I
you
have
place it. Okay. For the ease of podcastness, you place it in a place that will get those targets.
Yes, I want all
There's a way to
three.
do it. You don't
Plus-
actually.
plus
There is a
having-
way to do it.
Alex
You don't
just-
need to explain how to do it.
Yeah.
We know that it can. It
You
can't occur.
trust me,
Therefore, it
Leo.
will.
I do. Let's say you get the area.
Okay. I would like to aim for all three plus havoc.
Alright, so you can cast your sleep.
Yeah. Roll how many hit die?
They have to do a will save.
Yeah, I need to do a will save too.
Okay, sorry.
Doesn't sleep affect the target with the highest hit die first, and then
I thought it was the lowest.
It's the lowest hit dice first.
I have 3 hit dice.
It's just Havoc that loses the
There goes his turn.
I just foam at the mouth.
Just your whole time.
I'm
You're
pretty
just
sure
like,
she can just affect 4. She doesn't just 4.
Just 4. Okay, so you need will saves. So
you get Nickelodeon slimed and then put to sleep.
the two sludge monsters suddenly get all drowsy and collapse to the ground. You notice that this has absolutely no effect on the cave fisher. And those of you who know about nature know that the cave fisher is immune to mind-affecting spells.
Yeah, because I tried to do it. And it didn't work.
Yeah. And so now 2Ds affect you, Sam, but it's not enough, and so you're fine.
yeah, cool.
You felt a little sleepy.
Even if you
like a night or two.
Wait, did you just call me Sam?
Alright. Next, it is Havoc's turn.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Do your turn, Fizz X.
Alright.
Euphoria engine.
I'd like to just have shifted 5 feet. Sure. This will not grant me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
You shift 5 feet out.
So I've got 2 sleeping sludges flanking me and 1 crab that's still wildly screeching.
Wildly screeching and in pain after being stabbed, hit in the head, stabbing itself, and then getting hit.
I'll attack the noise.
Okay.
8?
Alright, swing your. What's your weapon?
I have a scissor. Or skizor, technically. And it was Kestis last session, by the way. Because it's Latin.
You swing your skizzer.
I stab it with skizor.
Okay, you stab with your skizzer, and it just kind of plinks right off of its exoskeleton. Unfortunately, doing no damage. And now, we're back to the top of the initiative, in which Griff goes.
I'm trying to get that. Let me see something. Come on, attacking me.
Have we bonded over a period of being away? Or are we still just...
No,
Because you don't like half elves, right?
I don't like anything.
Okay, so no. Just making sure.
Is Aaron
I'm accepting of all species.
No.
No.
You're fine. So that's 13.
13?
I'm neutral.
Okay, you swing and...
Respect is everywhere. But you're doing a good job so far.
I made Goop explode on you.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm sorry.
Oh, your turn.
Well, delicious.
I shift in the direction of the white die.
Yep. You attack the white...
And then I pop, pop, pop.
You attack the white sludge monster.
Yeah. Is
Then
that,
you gotta die.
do I get the flanking bonuses?
No!
You do not.
But
Oh,
it is,
because
it's
no
a
one's
sneak,
flanking
so
with
it's
me.
helpless.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a sneak, so it's helpless.
The lowest one I have is an 11. Do I hit a helpless thing with an 11?
You could grind.
Yeah, okay.
It's dead. You just slam your foot down on its head, curb stomping it, and it explodes violently all over Havoc.
Nice.
Alright.
Can I help you?
Yes,
Now-
you can keep petting me.
It is Atlas's turn.
Alright, I pick up my knife,
You pick up your knife.
and I'm gonna go look for my flask.
Okay. The flask has launched itself into
So it hit me.
the building.
So I think it's stuck to the glue that I'm covered in.
Yeah, if it's on the
It just
ground.
kind of like ricocheted off of you.
Alright, that's
Yeah.
But there's a lot of nastiness in this area, so it's probably covered.
Do a perception check to see if you can spot the metal flask.
2.
2. Okay, you can't really see it in the massive goop and mush
All you're seeing is my junk
and
right
stuff all over there.
You're still bent over.
No, I'm
No,
not.
You're not looking at the scratches.
Who's looking at my scratch?
I turn over to this mysterious sword man, and I say, "Have you seen a flask? It's about yay big."
I go, I don't know. Raven, have you seen a flask? And then you hear a voice from my back saying no.
Good.
Did you have a bird with you? Oh, I was about to say we're about to be best friends.
I move
Wow. I couldn't do it.
1, 2, 3.
No, you are bird.
They're like, we're to meet birds.
I get closer. I get closer up to
cannibalism?
silver.
No, they're
The
different
worm,
species.
the worm eats the grass.
The grass eats the worm.
the worm eats the worm. The big bird is the little bird.
I'm an omnivore.
So that means you do the bird.
I was just trying to talk to him and he just walks away after I said no.
I get closer to silver and I say, "What'd you do with my flask, you little imp?"
Damn. I told you I'm a halfling. The way you talk to somebody that just saved your ass.
You can see a little snout poking out of it.
I'm disguised, damn it!
Oh, right. Roll.
Why do I have to roll it now? He's not
So
looking.
you gotta roll a perception check.
No, he can just believe it if he wants to believe it.
Do you want to believe the snout?
A 9.
You see a snoot.
What
But
disguise?
you're not able to identify what species the snoot is.
Yeah, what if, that's not how disguise works.
I can't.
Silver's officially smooth.
Well, before I
I
roll
just
this,
wanted to say snoot. Yeah, you don't recognize it.
I'm good.
All you see is a suit of armor that's this big.
All right. Now that I'm closer, I'm going to take another look around for my flask. I spend my turn looking for the flask.
Okay, you can spend your entire turn looking.
Yeah.
So you can see it off in a corner near the far side of the sludge monster, sort of where the door is.
Okay. All right.
It's shiny. Hasn't been covered yet.
Okay. Now, It is Silver's turn.
Now, so
Do I see the flask?
Roll a perception check.
It's a 1. And that's a 1.
You don't know where the fuck
The flask like gets a little further away.
You were specifically not looking at it when you dropped it, so when it launched itself in a random direction, you were just like,
So at least I was kind of honest with that. Is that thing asleep?
That's asleep.
want to step on it?
Yeah!
Alright.
I'm gonna hit it.
Gonna hit it, make an attack.
He's not getting hit.
But it's prone, right?
Yeah.
That means I get a bonus. So that's a 10. And also,
It's helpless. You hit.
Yeah.
Is that an 8?
what, 8? What do you mean for 8?
What did you roll?
It's roll.
Well, I got a 12.
Cool. You hit.
Yes. Is it dead? Or do I have to roll?
No, you actually have to roll damage.
Okay. That's a D6. I'm gonna do this one.
You're gonna pick yourself.
Alright, that's a...
It's like falling off.
4.
You can 10.
It's a 4.
4? Okay. You slam your mace down on top of its chest, caving it in, and then splashing sludge all over Morgan.
Wow, Morgrim's all the way over there. No,
It's me again.
Yeah, never mind. That
It's
would have been
havoc.
funny.
It's only me. It's havoc in the flask.
It is covering partially Havoc, but also the cave fisher.
I can't see shit.
You'll have to spend your whole turn cooking yourself.
I was about to say that went really far to hit me.
Alright, so
I'd like to make a cosmetic note. The breeze around Atlas has picked up. Cool. It's now an aggressive breeze.
Alright, so your hair is kind of like
Yeah.
twisting about,
Yeah.
like pointing in directions, but it's very directed.
Yeah.
Like it's
What
not
did you
random.
look like, by the way? I had never met you yet. I don't even...
Yeah, what do you look like?
Atlas is a tall man. He's or tall for his party, I suppose. He's 5'11",
Oh, I'm 6 foot, so you're...
and he's good looking.
Oh.
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
He's got silvery white hair, and you can see if you look closely, very faint like light blue tattoos. Yep. And he's wearing a very fetching silk suit.
Okay, so the cave fisher turns around, having recently been splashed by sludge, and spots Sam.
With a royal blue.
What does he spot?
He spots Havoc.
God, everybody else has got it down.
He spots Havoc coated in a thin layer of goop, and decides that
Is it thin?
it's thin.
It's hit him
Okay.
3 times.
Because this has been a lot.
It might be pretty thick.
These have been coming from the goop has been coming from different directions, so it's more if you're getting a full circle.
Kids, if you don't know what that is, ask your parents.
It makes an attack. It misses completely.
Listen, I'm fully moisturized here. Exfoliate
It's
to
good
reveal
for your
skin's
teeth.
freshest layer.
It's really good for your teeth.
So the cave fisher swings. That's not. It swings at you with its claw, and actually almost successfully hits you, but the claw kind of like deflects off of the goop on around you.
Great.
You were protected by the goop.
You're one
Definitely the goop and not my armor. Or
Yeah.
ability to dodge.
Alright, the final sludge monster.
Oh, you're all dead.
All the sludge monsters are dead.
Yeah, they're all gone.
Killed
The final sludge monster is dead.
There's still like one back in town, just like helping somebody.
No, there's a shit ton of sludge monsters back in town who are fighting. Now it is Volley's turn.
No, it should be them.
Yeah, you
No, he's at the top of the initiative. You went.
Every few levels before we get improved with mastery, I have it down. I do that fast.
You can get the
Can you grab things with the
Not without going through.
Not at this
Take a
level.
5
Later
foot
on,
step.
I'll be able to.
I was gonna mage hand it.
Oh. Yeah, you can move up to it. You can move through people's squares. They can, unless people decide that they don't want you moving through their square. Which one you have in your square?
Whose square are you moving to?
Well, yours might be easier to get through.
I could just walk.
I don't
over.
let you.
I could walk over.
I play goalie.
I mean, technically, I could go right here, man.
Oh, you can't walk.
Oh, I'll push you against that corner.
Oh. Is that a hit check? It's a foul. That's a technical foul.
Removed from the fight. A man walks out to the side holding up a blue card.
10 minutes in the penalty box.
Whatever, I'm gonna try to move through the short guy's space.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's flank.
It is a flank.
That's a flank. You can also see a knife sticking out of the ground next to you.
That's a flask. He's already
You
got
can also see a flask sitting on the ground next to you.
Do you know what's going on at all?
Nope.
What's in that bottle? Are you doing that vodka? I think it's vodka. Considering.
Is it? No, it's an half action or something to pick up something, isn't it?
Well,
It's a move action.
you can use the rest of your movement action to pick it up because you didn't move your full.
Yeah, I'll pick it up and then I'm gonna attack this guy. Thanks.
You're grappled by the flask. Make your attack.
Big flask.
What'd you make?
4 plus
Flask of
5, 7, 11.
It crawls down your shirt.
You swing your blade, missing the cave fisher.
That's fine.
And now it is Morgrim's turn.
It just fucking goes at your neck. What is this house?
Don't make it angry. It's hungry. It's out of alcohol.
You gotta enchant all your shit to do stuff like that.
If I do that, it's a combat.
Okay.
Morgrim.
I would like to shift to have a clear line of sight.
Right.
I'm going to use Magic Stone, which allows me to use a 1d6, and I get +1 to damage, plus, because I'm throwing my stone and I have a sling, I get a +1 to throw.
Okay. Are you throwing your stone with his magic stone?
Well, she's slinging at stuff.
I'm
Slinging and magic stuff.
Slinging and stuff. So I get 3 or 5 damage.
5.
You don't have to make a touch attack?
You gotta make
You have to hit it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's,
I gotta roll
you enchanted the stone. The stone doesn't fly.
I'm so used to my magic.
You're
This is a
making
magic missile.
So, this guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a natural
Okay,
one.
so
not at
so
all.
you start swinging.
I was so excited.
You swing your sling all around you and just let go of it, sticking it to Havoc.
It was close.
Havoc, though, does not take any damage because it's the sling itself, not the stone. The stone actually stayed in place and just kind of falls to the ground.
Nice.
You better return that to the
It
bandit.
like flaps in my mouth like a doctor's mask.
Dr. Hippocampus.
Alright, my turn. Can I finally do something?
Yes.
We'll see if I can finally do
It
something.
is now your turn, Havoc.
Alright, I am pissed at this point.
You already moved.
I did this the first session.
Please throw this
Objects.
I turned the sling off my face with a move action because I don't care. And as a bonus action, I rage!
Alright, I'm going to roll D8 to see where that sling goes.
I'd like to catch it.
And then I'm gonna hit the thing. Yes.
Okay, the sling is, slaps onto Mofo's face.
Oh, mofo. Where are you? There you are.
Here they come. So you get mad!
Yes.
Oh my
With a 25, does that
We're
hit?
gonna have the 20. Yeah.
A 25 hits, and I deal 8 damage.
Okay, cool. So, what's your weapon again?
It's a Skizor.
It's a Skizor. Okay.
Yeah, go get him. Yeah.
It's a dramatic motion. Heights are scary.
We don't have chairs here.
Yeah, we don't know.
There's chairs in there.
Go get chairs. So in your rage at all this random bullshit that just kept hitting you, you take your large. Is it a knife?
No, so a Skizor is a thick gauntlet that goes around your arm and hand. It's attached, so I can't actually. I have to use a full round action to remove it. It's got a big spike that sort of flares it, like a giant arrow.
All right. So you take this. You grab the cave fisher, turn it towards you, slam the skizzer right underneath its neck, just severing its head, and tear it off.
Yeah.
And yell. I mean, you can determine what you yell violently, but
I say, cry havoc.
you yell, cry havoc, and at the moment that you utter those words, guts just pour out of it into your face and mouth.
This time, I like it.
Okay. You are coated in this gross, but somewhat like nice smelling.
I was imagining it being like lobster.
Yeah, it's a little bit lobstery.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's a bad idea.
like if you leave this guts on you for a while, it's going to smell really bad, like really bad. But for now, it's like a sweet, kind of nice shellfish.
I'm allergic to shellfish.
You begin convulsive. Alright. Cave Fisher is dead, and thus the combat has concluded.
I go, who's Atlas?
I'm Atlas.
Nice flask, and I throw it to him.
Alright. I use some prestidigitation to whisk the flask clean of black bukkake, and I pocket it in my coat, and I whip out my other finely engraved cigarette case.
So many vices.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You got the right idea. My guy's been alive for a long time, and he hates his life.
Just living vicariously through his character.
He slips out another cigarette, puts it in his mouth, clasps it shut, puts that away, and then sparks up his cigarette, and he strolls into the barn that I'm assuming is full of alcohol.
Yeah, and I belch very loudly.
Oh, hang on. I forgot one thing.
Okay.
I go and I take off my sock, which is now covered in black goo.
Oh, right.
I clean that off, I put it back on, and then I find my shoe, and I put my shoe back on.
Alright, so, Havoc, you see that the...
I'm continuing my rage.
Okay.
There's no target. I'm just sort of falling down on the ground, batting at my own head with my free hand, which is holding the whip. And if anybody would like to notice or care, my hands are along the Darth Maul tattoos are growing red, and I have slate claws growing out of them.
Darth Maul tattoos.
Yeah, I've got Darth Maul tattoos.
Oh, it
on
was
my hands.
Liam that you had the edge.
Yeah, the edge thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sad that you're not.
I'm pretty fucking edgy.
Without you, there's no balance.
Yeah. I'm just freaking out.
Alright, so...
Yeah, so I'm like hitting myself in the side of the head with the hilt of my whip.
Yes, I'm going to.
And I'm screaming and clawing at the ground with my scissors.
I would like to invoke emotion.
Is that a spell?
It is a spell.
Yes, and that'll end my rage.
Correct.
That's what it sounds like.
It's like a ray.
I know it's in here. Right.
Calm the beast.
It's a level 2 spell.
Yes, she's level 2 spells now.
Alright, so...
Because we're level 3.
Yes, as the combat ends, two things happen. Ding.
Yeah.
The first thing that happens is that you hear a rumbling from off in the distance, and another wave of magic washes over all of you. You all feel refreshed and slightly stronger. As well, all your spell slots are good.
Oh, thank you. What about health?
I would have used
Your health is not.
Damn.
What about my Arcanist pool?
Your Arcanist pool is.
One more thing happens.
Okay.
You notice now, very faintly, if you care to roll a perception check, certainly, that
Aaron. Oh, sorry. Fuck!
There it is.
I'm gonna write them in. Flavian, Steno, you are not here. One of the things that happened is during the combat, cares at space and time worked out one of the cave fishers and you guys worked in the three other adventurers.
Okay, I got a 17 on my perception check.
Alright, so what you see,
Yeah.
what you and Steno see is that you're now standing amidst a swamp.
We're in a swamp.
A massive swamp on top of like a cobblestone path, like just a circle of a cobblestone path in the middle of this swamp. Okay. And there's trees and owls going
The trees go.
The trees are going.
trees are going and the owls are like fucking hanging
Weird
out.
trees, yeah. Alright, cool.
one more thing you notice
Yep.
is that Atlas's tattoos have gotten a little bit darker, and you can see, if you look closely, the wisps of electricity sort of pulse around him.
Alright, so I rolled a natural 1 for that.
You notice
And I burp loudly and as many times as I can while walking behind Atlas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because you're drunk.
Oh, you got it now. Yeah, that's right.
You're buzzed.
Wasted.
You're not drunk.
Is there any reaction?
No, it's like-
Is there any reaction from Atlas?
20 pounds.
You only had one
And
thing.
he just
Atlas takes a big old drag
It
and
was
blows it into Silver's face.
I try to burp through it.
Constitution.
I'm going to make you roll for this burp. The burp, the smoke goes into your face, and although, despite your burping attempts, you still get smoky face.
Atlas is currently blowing smoke down into the silver.
You puffing man.
I look up and look up towards you.
What is happening? I saw you do that thing earlier with the sock. Could you help?
Sure. I cast prestidigitation to whisk the goo and clean havoc.
The goo and
Fish guts.
Fish guts and the stuff
And I leave him with a fresh lemon scent.
Nice. Just kind of like sloops right off of you onto the ground and circle around you. And you smell minty fresh.
As someone who tries to collect things and throw, can I attempt to get the knife out of the door?
The thing? The weapons and stuff? The monk weapon? There we go.
You can't throw that. You might want to try. You can try to jump up and get it if Mofo is trying to get it.
Oh.
Yeah, you want to get you one.
I'll make a check.
Alright, jump.
Acrobatics?
You got a good jump check. You're a mother.
I got a 13.
Okay, that's enough. You're able to reach up, and because it's the bladed end that's stuck into it, you can grab onto the dole and pull it down.
Oh, okay. The bladed end was sticking out, and he grabbed on the bladed end.
Yeah, he just stabs himself.
Excellent.
Ouch, yeah.
Oh, doesn't his weapon have a chain ball? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I think because of the description, because of the modified.
The Sengham is like a sickle with a chain and like a metal ball.
I assume this was a pole.
I thought it was I thought it was a pole with a blunt end and a sharp end.
Yeah, I was imagining the thing from fucking Star Trek that they fought Spock with. What's it called?
So, Liam, are we considered third level?
Yes, you are all now third level. Everybody make a perception check.
Perception this, perception that.
Oh, it does. Here we go.
Yeah, but it is still a chain.
Have it.
17.
Morgrim.
7.
Morpho.
What are we rolling?
Perception.
Perception.
That's an 11.
Alright. Flavian.
Whoop! Sorry, that's my name. There you go.
What'd you roll?
I got a 20. I got a 25. 25.
That's crazy.
Liam, I'm sorry, I was a 15. I apologize.
Okay. Atlas.
16.
Steno.
26.
Whatever.
Suck it.
Silver. 15. Griff.
17.
Volley.
7.
Okay. So, amongst the group that is currently inside of the distillery, or just outside of the distillery, you hear another ripping sound, along with this weird staticky noise. All of this really quickly follows the magic wave as if they were caused by it. The first thing that you see is a large wall of flame appears across the road that you had previously gone on. It's almost as if Flame Wall had appeared.
Doc, I don't think this is 1885! Doc!
Then they get out of there. That's it.
And then that was the end of that one.
A massive flame wall appears over there. The second thing that happens is you see is that when you hear the ripping noise, a bubble appears again on the same spot as before where your previous compatriots had stood.
So, plot device.
Yeah. And then the third thing that happens is a third plot device. Which is this bolt of electricity shoots out and everybody has. And not everybody.
Who just shoved us all through the...
Sorry.
What just happened?
That was me.
Okay.
I thought we had gone in.
Silver and Mofo have to make reflex saves.
Why do they have next stage?
This guy.
You chose them.
I passed.
Natural 20.
I got a 19 plus 8.
Okay.
That's
The bolt of electricity misses you both. However,
The monk rogue makes the
your
reflex
electricity
save.
grazes Silver. And you can feel this weird, like its hairs all kind of stand up on end.
It doesn't
have
hair.
It's have like little teeny hairs.
Nah, I can't picture mostly just nothing.
Scales.
Yeah.
Scales, kind of like
Your scales go
Very
up.
little like corn protrusions, I guess.
And one thing happens, and that is that you see a little fork, little metal fork, fly out from the distillery and stick to your breastplate.
Fork?
Oh, no, he's magnetized.
Like a
Like a little fork.
like a modern
fork. Like a modern fork, like a metal fork that you eat food with.
just stuck right to my.
Just sticks right to your breastplate.
eating food.
Huh? And it came from out of the distillery.
Yeah.
Metal too.
Why was there a fork in this liquid barn?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Somebody was probably eating.
Someone forgot to bring
Liquid?
the stove.
Like a meal.
With a fork?
Maybe they hang out.
So
It's coming over.
I'm gonna do a knowledge of Arcana to know this phenomenon.
Okay.
I have never heard of this before in my life,
You have no clue what this is.
and I walk into the distillery.
Alright. Alright, so now you guys are all in the distillery.
What did I avoid?
A lightning bolt.
Being
We need
magnetized.
their
Magnetized. I don't even think I have anything. Oh no, my weapon is metal. Or like, I don't
Maybe we don't know what your weapon is.
Flavian is.
Yeah, Slavian
We need
and
their
Steno
pieces.
appear behind you. Having recently been inside of the swamp. Also, on your way through, you see a similar thing as Havoc, Morgrim, and Volley saw, which is that when you're teleported through these tears in space and time,
Yeah.
you briefly pass through this area of large floating rocks connected together with chains with bolts of lightning that arc between them.
Spaghetti and eyeballs.
And you can see off in the distance a large foot, an indeterminable number of miles away, that
Bigfoot.
that like the ankle goes up into the clouds and you don't know where it goes.
I know where it goes.
And
Yeah.
you can also see
I can only
weird,
imagine.
you can also see weird tentacle creatures kind of floating about, but none of them seem to have noticed you.
Oh, no, it's not there. Okay.
It's our kind of place.
Yeah, it is her kind of place. That's where she'd want to hang out. You know, if
She's
her,
like, how do I get those?
if her hair were snakes, then that's what you.
God, that again.
So you reappear back where you were originally.
Yeah.
The battle appears to have concluded. There are
Nice.
dead bodies everywhere.
Nice.
There were bodies everywhere. And then the explosion went off. Wow, this place just got crowded real fast.
Oh yeah. Hey.
How you doing, Flavian?
Oh, I don't know, man. How am I doing?
I saw you here a moment ago, and then you just like vanished in a fart.
Ripped through space and time, and then now I'm
you're
back. There were weird trees making hoots. And
Wait, did he complete his music?
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Did he come back?
yeah.
Finish this.
Yeah, that's
song?
it.
That was a weird amount of rests in the middle of that
That was
song.
like 8 bars of
Rests
right, yeah.
only.
Yeah, that's
Very
right.
avant-garde.
Yeah, not traditional. Yeah, I like to push the. There it is. Thank you. Push whatever that is. Yeah,
They didn't like his music, so they sent him back.
yeah. I play a happy major chord to sort of offset my uncomfortable existential dread with what I just experienced. Yeah. What am I and what are we relative to what I just saw? Who knows?
Atlas goes up to one of the barrels, and he's gonna make an appraisal check on those barrels. 17 plus 8.
So you're a man of fine taste in alcohol.
Yeah.
And so you put your nose right up against the wood, and you like a little sniff, and you can smell seeping out of the cracks in this wood. A nice smell of burgundy.
Alright.
But burgundy is a color, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I was
oh,
just
yeah.
thinking. What does that
You
even
mean
smell like?
brandy or bourbon
Burgundy.
brandy? You don't know.
Burgundy.
Alright. I'm gonna spike this keg with a tap.
Yeah!
Okay, there's a tap. There's a tap line right next to it.
Alright, I do it.
I did. Oh, roll a strength check.
Okay. Can you just take 10?
He took an 8.
7.
Yeah, oh, it's 7. Okay.
For a tool that is designed to do this.
Yeah, you coming from the side.
Go to
Hold
the
on,
next
wait.
barrel.
You stab it in.
I'll walk over and I'll just punch a hole in it with my scissor.
Okay. So your first stab kind of like ricochets off because you didn't go straight in on it, and then it appears that Havoc has gotten enough with this and stabs his arm blade into the cask, shooting out like bourbon all over his leg.
Alright, Atlas takes a finger and like just gives it a taste. Is it good?
It's all right. It's made with champagne water. River champagne.
So is it bubbly?
It's bubbly. Natural.
It's a natural.
It's bubbly bourbon.
Alright.
I walk over, shaky, with shaky feet, and I get down on my hands and knees, and I drink. I drink like there's no tomorrow.
How many people in this party are alcoholics?
Well, I mean, I'm recently an alcoholic.
I'm standing behind watching this. You're gonna hear. I don't know if everybody hears it, but you hear a voice that says, "Hey, you want one of them to be king?"
Ooh, interesting.
Interesting.
So I would like.
Shut up.
Wait,
I
hang
would
on,
like
hang on.
someone.
I'll perception check that. Natural 20. You said what?
I didn't say anything.
Well, what did I hear? I rolled a natural 20
No,
perception.
you heard it. You heard it. You heard a voice say, "And you wanted one of them to be king?"
I'm going to turn around and walk over to you. And
After
I'm
punching
going to
him.
hold this scissor covered in alcohol to your throat and say,
Oh my
"What
God.
do you know?"
That wasn't me talking.
Aaron, make
That was Raven.
Who's this?
What's my name? What's that?
I take
What's
out
that?
what looks
No.
like I can roll a perception
Wait.
check on my
Flavio,
shut up.
You said natural.
No, but these two
were
are
having a
looking at it. You have to specifically roll for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're looking at, it looks like a walking stick.
I'll flick a tiny splash of this liquid on my scissor in your face and storm off. And narrowing my eyes at you, I might spend another turn of rage.
Is someone going to convey to the rest of us why we're here? Because I can determine which of these might hold something of value.
Right now,
It'd be nice.
there appears to be a fight going on, so we'll let this quickly resolve.
Just resolve.
You
I
just
stormed up and I
That
spent
was
a
it.
turn of rage just being upset.
Okay, alright, so you're upset in a corner.
I don't like people talking about kings.
You can notice that the corner is like slightly
Please.
dark,
I wanna
and
add
you can
this.
hear like off in the distance. It appears that I know exactly what it is.
He doesn't have a good hold.
It appears that the bard is whispering to himself in a way that you can just barely hear, crawling in my skin. These wounds they will not heal.
No, I'm not doing that. You can't hear it over the glugging of alcohol. It's my
So over Flavian's head, I like put the flask in,
Yeah.
and the flask sort of like just like spills and like splatters all over.
It's my
Like,
eyes.
It's a bigger flask than it looks.
17. Fortitude save.
Okay, you are not yet drunk to the point where it hurts.
Nice. I get up, choking, and I stand with my handshake, and I look towards Stena. You saw that, right? That wasn't just me, right?
I'm a little confused. I don't really know what's going on right now, to be honest.
You seem like you got your wits about you, though. No. Definitely not. Okay. Alright. As long as it's not just me. I turn back to myself, and I have a moment of quiet reflection.
What did you see, Stena?
Oh, man. Stena was busy zoning out for a minute there,
Snakes on a
so
plane.
Stena didn't really know what happened.
There were islands chained together, floating in midair. There was an enormous foot linked to an
I saw
enormous
the foot.
unknown entity. There was spaghetti and eyeballs and screaming. That was
We
me.
heard the screaming.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
No,
I
I
speak
saw
up
you.
and I say, "Did you hear the voices?"
I heard. I didn't hear. I'm getting it now. No, I did not hear any voices. Yeah, this just in. There were no voices.
Did
No.
I know what it was? That
You failed your Arcana check. Did you know?
Which one? I had a roll of 19 and I had a plus 6.
Okay. Yeah. So
They all did. I
you
was the only one that saw and made eye contact.
you aren't too sure exactly what this creature was, but you do know it's something from. It looks like something you've heard about from the plains of chaos.
but I don't.
Oh, yeah. Can I make a knowledge planes check
Yeah.
on that shit that I just saw?
You didn't even go.
I'll make a knowledge check.
You didn't even go.
Oh!
Alright. Yeah, I guess you can make it. Yeah, you guys do what he did.
I got a 25.
That's a bad description.
Okay.
11.
So you can't really tell
Yeah,
by the
that was a
description
bad
because it's like
My mouth is half full.
Brooks and
Yeah, I can try to keep myself.
That's the part I'm listening to. You terrible.
Well, Flavian,
This guy's
Why
a
didn't
bard.
we
Yeah.
know about it?
Flavian, you actually do know.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because of descriptions that people have had of other planes.
Right, I've heard of this before.
And this is the planes of chaos. A part of the planes of chaos.
So you and I both know this.
Okay.
And you know that there's likely a connection between the planes of chaos and the magic that was
Okay.
champagne.
All right. So my description sounds vaguely like.
No, it's exactly. You
It's
and I
exactly.
both know because I had a 26. So
Okay.
You and I both know, but nobody else is understanding what we're saying.
Gotcha. Okay. What's your name? Who are you?
Volley.
Volley. With VOLL.
V-A-L-I.
VALI. Volley. All right. Gotcha. Hi, Volley. Wait, have we actually met before? I don't think we
I
have.
don't think I've met you either.
I
Yeah.
haven't met. Well, I just met you, but you didn't really talk.
So when I'm describing this, what is your response? Like, do you like?
No,
are you
it's,
nodding?
that's why I said I was like, did you hear the voices? Because they spoke to me.
Oh, it's like I didn't hear any voices, but like it was a bunch of crazy shit that happened.
Yeah.
And so like, is it? Do we both understand?
Yeah.
Kind of that we've seen.
We
the same
come to
thing?
an understanding
Okay.
that this was a normal,
Alright.
but we understand. We've heard.
Yeah, an unspoken connection between us. All right, it's formed. All right, fine.
During that unspoken connection, you realize that they were not there for the person, the man who gave you the quest.
Oh yeah. What about the potions? Have we found the potions yet?
We're in the warehouse now.
Oh my god, we are. What with the kingfishers? The kingfishers. So are they here?
One
They
of
still
them
here?
doesn't have the head, and the other one is just not there.
There they are! Oh, they're dead. Okay.
That's all they do.
What potions?
Everywhere.
The anti-magic potions that we were supposed to close the rift with. The flatchu. The flatchus. The geyser. The sphincter. The magic sphincter.
I try to get as far as I can in this area. I try to find, like, I'm already, like, with my hand outstretched, lit up. I'm, like, looking.
Okay. You notice that all the barrels were actually labeled.
So in my rage, I'm just going down the line, poking holes in barrels.
Okay, there is a thin layer of alcohol on the floor now, having poked holes in multiple.
In his chaos of description, are they able to convey to those of us who weren't here why we're here?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, no,
Or
it-
was that too strung together? for us
So
to
you
follow?
understand that they were told by an old man, not an old man, a dying man, that they needed to cancel out the magical effects of the thing.
Do we, like, introduce ourselves or just go, alright, what happened?
It's up to you if you want to introduce yourself.
But who are you? Who are you two?
I've technically met 2 now. I still got 2 to go.
Okay. So I've had an unspoken connection with a Volley. What do you look like, Volley?
I'm pretty tall, half elf, silver, really long hair.
I'm also a half elf.
Oh,
okay.
This is a good bond because
Cool.
there's some half elf haters.
Yeah, I know.
Set on all sides.
And what are
He's
you?
still raging.
I am a hobgoblin.
Oh, classic.
I've
right.
got claws and slightly glowy Darth Maul tattoos on my hands that I'm punching through barrels.
What does your head look like?
My head.
Yeah. That's an important.
I've got lots of scars. My skin is gray.
Great. Okay.
My hair is also pretty much gray. I've got a picture, but I mean, it doesn't have a face on it.
Okay. So, but you're sort of. And how tall are you?
I'm short. I'm
Like it's relative to the barrel. Where do you stand?
I'm probably taller than the barrel. I'm 5'9".
Oh, that's tall. That's
tall.
Okay. That's relatively tall. Yeah.
It's below 6 foot.
Okay. And then what are you? You bird. I don't think I've met you yet either. You're just a bird. Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Thank you so much for something.
There's another one. Why are we reacting to this? It's a monster.
Thank you for summing up my
It speaks.
It kind of blew my mind too at first.
No. Sorry, I've been through a lot recently.
No.
Okay.
No.
Just gotta take a second.
Yeah.
Can I have a cigarette?
I'd like to volunteer.
Hell of a drug, man.
I let I let Atlas funnel his cigarette smoke into my mouth. I'll take whatever I can get at this point.
And then I ash the cigarette on Flavian.
Yeah.
Whoa! That's an open flame in an alcoholic room. Does anything happen?
Oh yeah, there's
my
a
God.
alcohol on the floor.
It's okay, it reminds me what's real. It's alright. I wiped it
Right,
off.
there isn't that much alcohol, but there is. It's not enough to explode, but you
He's
are.
in a thin layer. He's popped open at least 10 barrels by now.
Alcohol doesn't just blow up either.
It's not highly combustible. You need to like get at it.
It's not jet fuel.
It definitely can melt steel beams. So
Yeah,
you know,
that
like
is
either
actually
way.
true.
Right? Yeah.
Morgan would like to turn her back on the talkative one and begin searching for the
Talking.
the special magic
roll deception check.
anti-liquid. I guess.
I guess I'm a part of that too.
Are we looking for
Pause
stuff?
for math.
26.
Alright, I got 16. 16.
Can't we just use detect magic in a huge big cone, and then wherever there's not magic, like
I do have that, but everything's labeled, so.
oh, it's labeled.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You can see in the back there's a large
Pretty organized.
room with a label.
That says non-alcohol?
No.
Not booze.
It says, it says
Anti-alcohol.
it says anti-magic supply.
Okay.
Are they in big barrels or are they in small flasks?
There are flasks that are inside of a room where they're all stacked up.
Gotcha. Okay, so there's like a rack of these anti-magic potions. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, I would like to call out to the room at large. How many of these do we need? And
Just
start
get as many as you can. As many as you can.
someone other than the loud one.
As many as you can. Yeah.
Do you have hands?
Yes.
That's a good question.
Thank you for observing.
Go ahead and grab as many as you can fit in those hands.
I would like to take the opportunity to load up my mule and my goat with as many of these as possible.
Okay.
Did we teleport away from our animals?
Yeah, you did.
I'm freaking out now.
So I can
Because
summon
your
my
animals were not in the combat with you.
Okay, I can summon my animals to me wherever they may be.
Okay.
Yes.
In your count, you can see that there's about 50 flasks.
I'm not last week.
Yeah,
I'll help you out.
We've got
Less
8
than
people.
10
So
each.
if everybody like banded together, all 9 of them,
One bird.
8 of you, all 8 of you, you could all probably carry.
Very nice.
All 9 of you could probably team up to grab at least 5 to 6 flasks per person.
Done.
Alright, everybody add 5 flasks per person.
5 flasks of anti-magic juice.
5 flasks of anti-magic juice. 5.
Oh my god. Like OMG.
I'd like to make an Arcana check, or an anti-Arcana check, I suppose.
You can make an Arcana check on these.
17.
17. Okay. What do you want to know?
How do they work?
How do they work? Okay, so what you know is that these are similar to, they're not really similar to any known spells, even anti-magic spells.
Spell resistance. It's just spell resistance. This would be more supportive.
Alright, well this isn't any of those.
Magical DM.
It appears to be that,
plot level magic.
it appears to be that these flasks are somewhat effective against cast spells that people do, but it runs into the problem of people are constantly casting spells. But these are effective against are single motes of source magic. So something where the thing itself is magic. So
Do I know how they're made?
you know that they're created by mages from the College of Portsmouth. Portanova.
I thought you were making up a new place. Portland?
Yeah.
You know that they're
It's a weird location.
they're crafted by the mages of Portanova to counteract specifically the spells and magics of the Champagne River and are distributed throughout their protectorate.
Can I make a knowledge local check to see whether this is high Portanova or low Portanova? Or not?
We're in Halfton.
Yeah, I know, but like they're produced by Portanova. and I want to know who produces them. Are they the mages of High Portanova or the people of Low Portanova?
Well, the college is
So this will be a really
So it's
easy.
by yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know that
All right.
this is created by the
Take
mages. So
Easy.
New Portanova, Old Portanova.
Yeah.
Old,
Old
one
is,
on
yeah.
top.
Mm-hmm.
And you also know that this is the thing that they claim is their help to the community.
Okay.
So they distribute this around for free. Allegedly.
Cool. So
That's cost at least.
If I did a spellcraft check on it, would I be able to know the ingredients? So in case I read them my own.
You don't think
So the greatest people.
you think it's deistic?
you think that
Special.
So
There's
this
nothing
is
I can do.
to make this you would have to be a very high level wizard and you have to be with multiple high level wizards to do this.
I think there's enough around.
Yeah, hold on. Wait a sec.
There might be enough of them. Pretty sure. I'm gonna check anyway.
I think what he's saying is no.
No. Well, it's a 20.
Okay, let's go take care of this magical geyser, guys. It's still wreaking havoc on the town and restoring our hit points sometimes. So let's get rid of it, I guess. Let's go.
Totally not gonna be
It is
useful
summoning
later.
even these sludge monsters.
Oh, you know what? That's a fair point, Atlas Blue.
And that puts my yak in danger.
And bird.
Your yak's in danger? Maybe. What? It's in danger.
Why are you
Most
so
of the
aggressive
world in
for
my
your species? I'm
Where's
sorry.
the fart?
I'm just figuring it out. It's the first time I've seen a bird person.
Where's the fart from here?
Just trying to
Point to it.
Alright, so you guys are on the if you're looking at the town is on the top part of the river. The river runs east to west, and the town is on the north part of the river.
Nice.
Then you guys went south.
God, it's like it's science all over.
West. Right? You're on the southwest part of the town, you need to get to the southeast part.
We on the bad part of the train tracks.
We go east.
Shit, we gotta get out of here. Nope.
Then I take my haul of 5 anti-magic potions, and I walk towards the fart.
You make your way
As per usual, I follow Silver.
you make your way towards the fort.
I don't
Yeah.
I'll begrudgingly take some potions and go with. It'll take off another turn of rage.
I'm gonna get out my notebook and start writing shit down about the plane of chaos, in my experience, and then also about hobgoblins and bird people. And I'm gonna add their names. What's your name? Havoc.
Who are you?
I'm Flavian, as far as you know. Nice to meet you.
I put my scissor into your hand.
Okay, all right. I take my hand out of your scissor.
You hear a slight comment from me. Told you it hates half.
Yeah. Fair enough. I was born. And then what's your name? You've got a name, right? Yeah.
Yes, Morgrim.
Morgrim. All right. Nice. Okay, Morgrim. Nice to meet you. And then I already met you. I already know you, right? Well, I know you're the hobo that walked out of the woods and then helped us fight skeletons.
You haven't given us a name.
Yeah, that's true. What is your name?
So I probably been coming down. So
Yeah.
it's mid conversation, it's all celestial, and it's just and then I'm good.
Okay. All right. Right, because you scream tongues when you're in combat. I get you.
Did you actually say your name to me?
Yeah.
Your
I'm Flavian. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Sparky.
Flavian. FLAV.
Is it my heightened awareness stuff?
Flavian.
You have to cast that as a spell, and it's not.
I have no reason to cast it yet.
Also,
If I ever
I'm still not
cast
sure
it, I'm
you know
going to
all
use
your
it.
spells.
What?
I'm pretty sure you choose a number.
I'm working on that.
Choose as you go. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm playing a barbarian because I hate
The
spells.
rules don't apply to new players. It's fine.
Totally pick these ahead
It's
of
just
time.
ones that are circled, that's all.
Alright, so as you set off in the direction of the town,
Slowest person.
in the direction
You
of
can catch up.
magical flatulent, you notice
First to leave, last to arrive.
you notice that as you take steps
Last to
outside
get rained on,
of
first to
the
drown.
outside of the distillery, you notice two things, and one is that it appears that they
Fire's still there, isn't it?
what?
Is that fire?
No, you're in a different direction.
Oh my God.
That was the
The way we came from doesn't matter anymore.
Go back to that fire.
Yeah. You notice that you feel really light on your step. And there's also appear to be the pebbles and dirt that are in the cracks appear to be slowly floating up to the ground.
Let's go.
That's weird. I better go faster so I can get to the fire.
Because we're lighter.
You're lighter.
Oh, like literally like lighter as in
You move quicker.
What's the lightest
perfect.
Roll an acrobatics check. So if you can move jump really quick.
I was gonna say I have hollow
Oh,
bones
you
and
do.
Does
wood
this include
armor.
does this include my
Armor penalty?
my armor penalty if I'm late? Does this is not gonna go well.
Yes,
It's gonna
because
fly
it's
away.
still awkward in
Well, that's probably the best roll I could hope for. It's 11.
Okay.
It's average.
Did you roll a 15 or a
Roll
16?
16.
Holy cow.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So as you try to like really quickly run along, but you find that it's kind of awkward and you like stumble a bit, so you find that you can move at normal speed without collapsing. Right. Also, as you move, you begin noticing that street signs that are nearby, instead of like hanging, start pointing towards you as you walk by.
Oh, are you?
Oh, right.
Is the fork still stuck onto my armor?
It's
Got a
still stuck
magnetic
in your
personality.
I tug at it. Does it come off easy?
arm. No.
Shit.
You could try pulling hard.
It's just a fork. What's the worst that could happen? I'll keep going.
Does anybody else follow? After
So following
Sure, yeah. Okay.
I think we all are.
Alright, so everybody else files out, and they notice the same thing. They're all kind of light on their step.
So even though he's sped up, he's still the slowest.
Everybody else can make acrobatics checks to see if they want to go faster.
Nice. Natural 20, gotta go fast.
Natural 20.
Okay.
We do a lot of high fiving for people who hate each other.
Yeah, I know, but it's just one of those things that happens.
I got a 17.
16?
Flappy?
13.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Don't
I didn't roll. I'm
know.
not that enthused.
Okay.
He flies all the time. He's floating.
How about you?
Still figuring it out. So what do I?
Add your dex mod.
Dex.
Unless you have acrobatics, right? No, not as a druid.
Dex mod.
8. Okay. And Griff? 17. Okay, so everybody except Steno, Flavian, and obviously Atlas, they all kind of easily jaunt out, quickly overtaking Silver.
No, that's why I get the lead.
Yeah, that's why I go. That's why I leave first.
One of these days, Flavian, the winds are gonna bear me aloft.
Where to?
I've got a strong urge to fly,
Okay.
but I've got nowhere to fly to. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll write that down.
Someone else already beat you to it. You can figure out who it was. In the fun portion of the "Can you identify that quote?"
What quote is that?
Who's that quoting about?
There we go. Let's see if one of our viewers can comment in, or if one of our players knows the quote.
Is it
Bob Seger.
No.
Bruce Springsteen?
No.
No. Daft? No, nothing.
Daft Punk. I got nowhere to fly to, people.
It's gonna go Def Leppard.
Have we reached the location?
So you guys continue along the street.
You guys travel fine.
And you...
I heard that.
You appear to get about halfway before something happens. You all need to roll a perception check.
Something a little.
12. Oh, wait, brain pockets. You got a hole in
Down
your
the
brain pocket.
line! Havoc! Wargriff!
18.
Mofo!
That's nope.
Mofo!
Got a 19.
Flavian!
12.
Havoc! Oh, no,
9.
Atlas! Steno! So,
29?
Silver?
Makes sense.
Silver?
10.
10? 12. Okay. So everybody can easily see that there's a large mansion separating them from the path. But they can easily
He called it. It's his.
Yeah. So the path kind of goes underneath the mansion. It appears that the mansion actually is an archway over.
Okay. Seems insecure.
Yeah.
Architecture.
It's a very fancily designed setup.
Engineering
Suitable for a king.
I'd like to make a knowledge architecture check.
Knowledge
Oh
engineering.
my
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
I'll
also make a knowledge engineering check.
Roll your check.
You already did.
21.
21. Alright, so you know that this is, as long as the center point of this archway is secure, the arch will probably stay up.
So long as one stone stays in place.
Well, that's how archways work.
Totally fine.
Fortunately, it seems like this archway is
It's like it's called a keystone for some reason.
the key.
That's where they put the immovable rod.
Oh. So, one thing you all notice, but the druid, Druid Steno notices much more. As you all notice that there's a lot of vines across the road on the two gardens that are on either side of the mansion.
Why are we going towards this mansion?
The path goes underneath the mansion.
Because behind it is.
Oh, we're going under.
Yeah, because the mansion is an archway.
Yeah.
And you notice this immediately with your 29. Something's up about these, and so you can make a nature check. Yep, that's it. 3. You don't know what this is. But something's wrong. Something's up with these vines because you can see amongst them bones. Bones.
Okay.
Bones.
So you can. Does your character tell us about this?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. I decided to tell
How
you
do you
guys.
tell them about the bones?
You guys are like ahead of. You guys are ahead.
Well, hold
I
on,
thought
let's
I was
stagger
behind.
this. We got.
Wasn't I like
Yeah,
trailing
you're
behind
yeah,
you
we're
guys?
behind.
Fast.
Yeah.
One at a time.
You're not nearly as fast as everyone else.
So I'm behind the rest of the group,
Yeah, you're with
but I can
the
still
3.
see what's going on. Okay. So yeah, I'm like, hey guys, can you slow down? There's something by those vines. Looks like bones.
You yell
I
this.
don't know.
Yell
Yeah, I shout at the top of my lungs.
Bones.
Bones!
Does Silver here?
I think so. Everybody can hear it.
He's the furthest.
No,
I'm still at the story.
He's the first behind us.
Slow.
Who's leading?
nobody's leading.
So far, I've walked down the street and I've
Lobo is
suctioned,
naturally faster than
I've suctioned every piece of
Walks
metal.
on his hands.
there are small things of metal that you all over.
No, right. I'm a human.
It's nothing.
No, until 45.
We might have to remove this.
I think it's fast.
They never remove the armor.
Yeah, barbarians get past me at first level. That's right.
Okay, so
So that puts me at 30 feet of movement because I'm wearing medium armor.
Yeah.
So I'm moving at normal speed.
So, you guys are here. You guys hear Steno say, "There's bones in the vines."
Can I make a knowledge dungeoneering about bones and vines?
You can, but it's not going to work.
Knowledge
So,
nature
no,
check.
It would be a knowledge nature check.
I've got history, local, religion, and dungeoneering.
I can know that.
Can I make all 4 of those at the same time?
You just have a freaking book out. No, that's not it.
Yeah, hold on.
Anybody have knowledge nature?
I do, but I rolled a 2 and I got an 8 total.
I got it. 24.
24. That's more than enough.
Everybody knows what's happening.
Alright, so with further inspection on the bones inside of these vines, you can immediately ascertain what this is. Because this is not unknown. It's an assassin vine!
You should step around this. It's an assassin.
Assassin vines are plants that eat people, but also like Venus flytraps for humans.
What else do I know about
Way
assassins?
faster.
They are not very smart. They sense through vibrations on the ground. Yeah. And they will only attack if you're nearby. So if they don't notice you, they're not going to. Unless you know they're really dumb. They're plants. They resist cold. But they are very flammable. Is there a bunch of them? Yes, it appears there's at least 2 vines.
They go.
Vibrations. Tremor sense.
So right off, I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant, and I'm gonna have him walk in front of me.
Okay. So, Unseen Servant
I think that's just supernatural forces. It's not natural.
It can
right?
trigger traps and such.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Alright,
Okay.
so I'm like, everyone stand behind me. I'm gonna let my guy go ahead, and I'll let everyone know if this is not a good route.
So you can kind of see like sand move aside when he's walking over the cobblestones where his footpads are.
Yeah.
And so he walks towards the vines, and as he brushes past the vine, you see one of the vines go and wrap around where the serpent would be, and then just floats back down to the ground.
Do we hear a violent scream as the serpent dies?
I don't think
painfully?
the serpent is a real person.
I think it also doesn't feel pain.
Yeah, he doesn't feel pain; it just kind of passes through him, but it sets off traps.
I thought it was kind of like Mage Hand.
That's also what I thought it was. I thought it was kind of like just a.
Just
I
kinda-
thought it was like
just
kind of a
force.
ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could have a force of like pitter pattering.
It's pretty much mage hands and mage feet and
Yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah.
It cannot.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay. So it cannot attack in any way, but it also cannot be killed.
So nothing really happens to it, but the creature attacked it.
It
All right,
springs
so-
up violently and goes back to the ground as
So,
if it were.
I basically control it, and I tell it to go like a couple feet over to the left to see if it sets it off again.
They keep setting it off along where the vines are.
Okay, I keep telling it to go left until it doesn't set it off.
Okay. Anywhere where there are vines. It
Alright,
continues
so
to-
I walk, and I hope everyone's following me on the
Yeah,
same path.
So I told me we're going to do this, and let's bring this mansion down.
The whole mansion.
The whole thing.
You know, Havoc, I don't think the mansion's the problem. I think it's just these vines.
I agree with that. Seems like
I
that.
have an issue with authority.
I do too.
So burn it doing
You're not a help,
Issue
are
with
you?
authority.
No.
No, you're different.
I
Listen,
am
if you heard the comment,
I can see like little like sparks like crawl across my skin.
Am I there
You
yet?
finally stopped speaking out loud.
I shake your hand with my
I was
left
just like,
hand.
if it's allowed, I
And
understand.
then for a moment,
Am I there yet?
you can see the tattoos on my hand.
Am I there yet?
I'm a little different too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to keep walking in?
Well, no, am I there?
Yes.
Am I here overhearing this
You
all?
can see this and you are over here. You're not too far behind.
Is anyone following me, by the way?
Yeah, I'm following you.
Okay.
Are we there?
I don't know yet. I'm just literally, every time a vine gets set off, I'm just making my servant movements.
We're just going around the vines, effectively. Yeah.
Basically.
It appears that
Following the
basically-
safest path.
It appears that basically all the vines that are stretched across, that are stretched all around inside of the gardens on the outside, are the plants. It's almost as if the plants are spread out as far as they possibly can, up to the sides of the buildings and around the area.
Does anybody have any way to create fire? Spark?
Yeah, spark.
Spark does like 1 fire damage,
It
right?
doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do any fire damage.
Does
Does anybody have produce?
I have like torches.
I got
I also
burning.
have
I got burning hands, but I have to
Wait,
touch it.
no, I don't. I know the bullseye
I think
lantern now,
Burning
right?
Hands does it's a
Cone,
TOE.
cone.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have some flesh.
Problem is,
to
it's so
I was just saying, I think
directional and they're all over the place.
No, you can just burn a clear path through the tunnel that we need to walk through.
I mean, right now I'm walking a safe route until
I think you're walking like along them, right? You're walking
know
along.
that this is a creature, so even if you just damage one vine, you'll be hurting something.
I think that the play here would be to use that burning hand spell that you have to clear a path through the tunnel. It's a 15.
Am I at the tunnel finally, or like I thought we were walking up to the tunnel?
You guys have gotten
And my unseen servant just keeps setting everything off now.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I can't get through without him getting attacked. Anybody else on fire, or am I the only one?
I've got oil.
it's burning hands, the same thing.
You've got burning hands too. Okay, so I think the
I
play.
could just like grease us up and then they won't be able to grab us. Just you don't do that. You could just do like a slip and slide.
That'd be
right
kind of
on
fun.
through.
Yeah.
I used to do that back in my college days. That's how we used to get past the dorm managers.
I'll write that
The
down.
DAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sylph likes
I know
to
that
get
I'm
greased
doing
up.
But he's also quite good at cleaning people up.
Right. Thanks. You pipe in with that.
Well, no, because your presentation of the slime off of me.
No, I know, but like it was like a really weirdly friendly
Yeah.
thing that you said to me.
He's
Like,
the only person I have a positive opinion of at the moment.
Okay, so Sylph says, I like to get greased up. And I write that down and I repeat it. And then the hobgoblin who tried to cut my hand off earlier says, he's also very good at cleaning me. Okay, I note that down too. And do you cast Burning Hands so we can get through this tunnel? How big is this tunnel?
Yeah.
The tunnel crosses over the entire path. It's about
No. How long is the tunnel?
Yeah,
That's what my question.
It's not very long.
Is it like less than 15 feet even?
It's about 20 feet.
It's about 20 feet, so like 2 casts of Burning Hands or 1 cast and a jump would get us over. Yeah.
Burning Hands is 15 feet.
Yes.
Yeah, 15 feet. Cone shape burst.
So we could either do 2 casts of Burning Hands, if you two want to work together, or we could just do a jump maneuver after 1 Burning Hands.
With the nature check, you know that if you attack this creature, the creature will probably get up and start fighting.
Okay, so is it not a stationary creature?
It is stationary, but the brambles can move.
Who did the nature check? Do they know if it's sentient?
It's very stupid.
Yeah. It's really dumb.
Very
It's a
stupid.
stupid creature, but it's sentient.
It will react to your actions, but it will not react with the smarts of a smart thing.
You could just daze it.
I was gonna say I could daze it. I have that marked. Sam.
Well, with
Sorry,
6 seconds, get us
Excuse me,
across.
who am I?
Fuck you. I know that it's vulnerable to fire.
You do.
Volley.
Is it?
Just blast it.
Well, no. I was gonna say, is it just fire, or is it not like light either?
It's fire.
It's just straight fire.
Yeah, it's a plant. It doesn't like getting burned.
That's lovely.
Light it up.
I don't think we should think about this anymore. I think we should burn the plant.
Just burn. Forget it. It's like for Burning Hands, it's 1d6 per level.
It's
Right?
lit.
Burning Hands. 1d4 per caster level.
Oh, jeez.
It's not much.
Hit it, kid.
Thank you.
It's only 3d4. Anyone got more, or do I just have to go with this one?
She's got a cast too, and I think she's about to do it right now.
Okay, I did it. This creature is not aware of what's happening, so it's not very good at reacting to this. So if you want to hit it with the Burning Hands, I'll let her do it first, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, I'll let you if you want to go first, because I'm still debating.
You guys could attack at one single.
Alright, fine.
Yeah, just know the strike that.
You securely do what for damage.
Roll your attack.
I
the father-son
Roll your
comment on
attack.
Burning Hands! Good. Oh yeah, like 20-something.
Okay. So you
Nice,
both
nice.
cast Burning Hands into this creature.
Oh, we're so horrible.
And you see that the creature is not able to quickly react to this. And so the flames scorch across its tentacle-like vines. Roll your damage.
I did 4,
Burn, baby, burn.
11.
11? Okay.
I'm not adding
8.
anything to it.
8. Okay. So your two combined efforts appear enough to kill this creature, just sending the vines scorching across, and you can see actually that the vines that were not affected slurp back up into the central point, and that central thing is still on fire and explodes in dust.
Nice. All right, let's go.
There's still one creature left.
Oh no.
Do it again!
There were 2.
I can't cast it again, no. That was the one thing for me. That's all.
Alright, so that's a level 1 spell.
Looks like this is a bird soul act.
Oh wait, you need this.
Here's Punk. You got your back.
I'm a shaman.
I would like to do.
Ooh, big numbers.
Can I throw? No, that's
Throw it myself.
last time I used
Same
oil, I burned it.
Okay. Is that
Another use of my level 1 spell.
is that a
Yeah,
damage?
Yeah, that's
You got it.
Okay, you gotta make another save.
So sorry.
Reflex save for half.
So it takes half damage. This one smells the smell of burning creature near to it, and so it's ready. It knows that something's up. It doesn't know what. It doesn't know what happened. But the moment your flames start to hit it, it quickly pulls away its vines in response, taking only 11 damage.
One more time. One more time.
I only have one more
Everybody
though.
roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Oh
What
god.
are we planning? One more time. One more time. Wait. Get a nat 20. We're not even going to make it all the way through
I can
initiative.
do it.
Well, I'm going last.
Not that bad, but that's okay.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Ultimate magic.
Not a natural 1.
Alright, 21. Sam,
21.
I mean,
Havoc.
Havoc, 21.
Man, can't wait to count all those up later.
What was it? That was my
13.
Oh, was it the 8?
12.
You just made me feel bad.
Atlas,
6.
You roll
Steno.
20.
Speak up.
12.
Microphone.
Silver.
1.
19. Number 1, baby.
Alright.
Volley.
I'll take up the rear.
I got you guys.
Havoc, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge in and hit it with my scissors.
Hit it with your scissors.
Hit it with the scissors.
Hit it with the scissors.
Go around the scissors, that's what I'm doing.
Is this a piercing attack?
This is a piercing attack.
Okay.
Is it resistant to that?
It's only resistant to bludgeoning.
Okay.
Wait, you don't know that.
I don't know that, but that's okay.
Alright, Joseph.
I rolled a 16 plus an 8.
Silver?
The number for that is 24. Does that hit?
24 hits.
I really gotta stop rolling my damage alongside because I'm rolling really low. 6. 6 damage.
Okay.
Does that kill us?
No. It's not really at that point. Alright, and its vine. The assassin vine takes its turn. The first thing that it does is it tries to constrict Sam.
What is it?
Oh! It tries to constrict you.
I love that everybody who doesn't even look at their cheat sheet still knows it.
This
Alright,
is
so it tries
negative
to
reinforcement.
it tries to constrict Havoc. What is your CMD?
My C and D is currently 18.
Where it fucks up. It like tries to wrap around your leg, but it realizes it
I
wraps
do
around.
have spiked armor.
It wraps around a lamp pole next to you.
He's totally
It's like, I totally got him.
It doesn't have eyes.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's so stupid.
It's like,
Yeah, I'm winning now.
And then it makes a second attack towards Morgan, who had just recently fired flame at it. And it lashes out with one of its tentacle-like.
one of these, yeah.
Broken wrist action.
Those jelly hands you get out of like a vending machine.
What is your AC?
That's awesome. I forgot about those.
Now it's all dirty. It's touched the ground.
What is that?
So the creature swings hard with its tentacle-like vine, successfully hitting you.
I have this much health.
Well, I was just saying, I'm like this poor kid who's like been asked his mom about this, learned about funneling, and now tentacle board.
Yeah.
Like we covered it all now.
Yeah, you're in the wrong part of the internet, kid. Get out of here. You gotta go.
Is that one hit point you have left?
Holy cow.
Guys, I've got no health. You
Can
can't
I
let it
heal her a
hit
little
me.
bit right now?
No. Wait
Oh,
till your
sure.
turn.
Shadow
Initiative.
me. Okay.
Griff.
I have
It is
the
the
most
you can use
squishy
it.
of all of us.
I'll do it. Fine, fuck it.
Fuck it.
What does it sound like when you're doing this? Because we're in combat.
It's like chimes and
That's all
You can find some music to
Chinese,
play.
but you know.
You can find some music to play. That's like gongs and things.
Well, I think I'm speaking low.
Well, we want to hear that.
It sounds
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
sounds almost like bells tried doing
Are you gonna play?
A Halo chant. It's like someone running a mallet too fast over wind chimes.
It's like one of those bell choirs that goes got really high on cocaine.
Yeah.
You channel materials 1d8.
He's going to heal you, don't worry. I understand him now. I've deciphered his language.
It's very relaxing in the middle.
And he's like mouthing out words to you. That's all you hear. You're just like.
And that translates to I'm gonna heal you.
So that's 9.
Oh, thank you.
almost max.
Almost back at full.
Alright. Griff, do you move?
Oh no. Where are we?
Where you're just standing in front of it.
No, I stay back.
Okay. Now it is Molly's turn.
Spell slots.
What do you want to do?
Oh no, I got plenty. But I'm not nothing I want to use right now.
What do you want
There it is. Comprehend language. I can understand the Belgian.
I also have company.
Gotta cast a spell down.
Gotta cast.
So
Unless you got a ring.
instead of pulling out my scimitar like I normally do, I reach back and I grab what looks like a walking stick, but it's actually, when I pull it, it's actually like a hidden blade, and it's a black blade.
Okay.
That comes out.
It's made of black
Straight black.
Blade flat. What book is that?
It's just like straight black. No, it's the other one.
That one.
Cool.
Can you describe it?
Go right ahead.
It's a black blade that comes out.
And I use out of my Black Blade Arcana pool, I cast Black Blade Strike with it. And
Black Blade Strike! You.
But also before that actually, I'm going to use True Strike ability so that I get a automatic +20 to this hit.
It's just strike, dude.
Isn't True Strike a standard?
I think it's True Strike, you gotta cast it, right? Is it a class ability that you're doing right now?
Yeah, you gotta cast True Strike.
Yeah, True Strike is it's a cast,
Yeah, it's like 20 something.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Well, let's just roll to see if I get a crit or not with it. Nope. But it means anyways.
What did you roll?
It was a 20 something.
Okay. Roll the damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And we did spell strike not earlier. He has to cast a touch spell.
On the sword and then attack.
He casts a touch spell and then he delivers it by hitting someone with his sword.
Okay. You deal 11 damage to this creature. It recoils back in fear, letting go of the recently trapped signpost.
Nice, dude. Which is pointing towards silver.
Does it go towards silver?
Yeah. the signpost bends. Yeah.
And now it is Morgoth's turn.
Again. Oh no, it's not again. Alright, start with that. Alright. Last spell slot for fire damage.
You know that this creature is not long.
You could just throw something at
I can throw something at. Excellent. Okay. Instead, I have so many things to throw. What's it gonna be? Can I light my wood stake on fire?
No.
Dang it. Alright, I'll just
throw the stake.
I'll just throw my stake. Do I have to throw to see if I hit?
Yes.
Roll to throw your stake. Stake throw. Throw the stake. Nope. Stake, not snake. Snake?
It's plus one to throw. But it's
+2 now.
It's just 14.
Slash into the vine.
Killing just instantly.
Doesn't hit.
Okay.
You throw the stake, and the stake clatters uselessly against the cobblestones nearby. Mamma mia. You got close, but no success. Yeah. Flavian, it's your turn.
Using this stake over this book.
Flavian,
Yeah, what's up? I'm gonna run up and slash it with my dagger club. Dagger.
stab it with your dagger.
Stab it with my dagger.
Stab it with your dagger.
I'm gonna scream while I do this. And here we go. Let's roll the hit. Nice. 19 plus.
That threatens critical rage.
Alright, I roll again. 19. Wow.
Critical hit.
Yeah! I really get after it with this dagger. And here we
You're
go.
mad.
×2.
Yeah! Nice! That's a 1 plus 1 plus 2, 4 damage crit.
Alright. In a fit of rage, you go, yes! Jump into the tentacly
Mass.
Yep. And just lay into it with your knife.
Yeah.
Just chunks of tentacle fly everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like a lawnmower.
And the creature screams into pain and collapses onto the ground. Pile.
Dead?
Dead. Dead.
Alright, cool.
The Marlboro attack.
And then I pull up my and I go ba-da-dum. That's it.
Damn, Bard, you
Very
crazy.
cool. That's right.
Calm down, Flavian.
Yeah, you got it.
Have you caught up to us? How much stuff is attacking you?
I offer my unspiky hand to you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's nice.
Alright.
Anyway,
You're not so bad.
nice. All right. Cool.